down the hammer and pick up the pencil. You're about to listen to The Savvy Radio Show. Learn from real-life real estate investors, experience revealed with the Savvy Landlord as your host.
Hey, you tuned in to The Savvy Radio Show. Hey, you came back, and I'm so proud of you. Sometimes you just need to hear that. I am proud of you. You need to say that to your wife. You need to say that to your children. You need to look in the mirror and say, I am proud of you. I like myself. I love myself. But to find success, first, let's say it. Hey, welcome to the Savvy Radio Show. My name is Stephen VanCauwenbergh. Bang, bang. You tuned in to the Savvy Podcast, radio show, whatever you want to call it, whatever it's going to do. Get that intellect, get that education, get it inside of you. And sometimes you're going to have to listen to these goals several times, and something's going to pop for you. It's going to pop real big, right? Hopefully, the challenge is still rolling. If the first 10 people, I don't know, if I haven't released a podcast yet, so I don't know. But hey, send me your top 3 goals. We'll interact, and you have an opportunity to win a free book. Be the Bank coming out late fall, early winter. It's going to be off the chain. I'm in that final. Got some folks reading it right now. It's a life change. It's about private money, how I do it, how I did it, how you can do it too. So tune in to Be the Bank. It's coming in hot. Anyway, let's move into these goals. We're on another section. And here we are. Setting goals makes you aware of your weaknesses. That's what I'm dealing with right now. My weaknesses. One of my weaknesses is I'm taking on too much. I got too big of expectations that I can do all things on my own. No, you can't. To stay focused, I thought multitasking was off the chain. No, it's not. It's not good. Being laser focused, bang, bang. Doing what you're passionate about, yes, sir. And doing it well is even better. So setting goals makes you aware of what you have these, like I got all these projects I want to do, and then I realize I have weaknesses of too many of them, but I also know that I can turn my weaknesses into strengths. And from that awareness of setting these goals, this will happen. So you need to do the same thing. Also, when you set goals, you lower your level of frustrations. I mean, sometimes I look at my goals, I'm pursuing them, looking at them, and sometimes I feel like I'm failing. Like sometimes I feel like, I forgot that. One of my goals right now is to be the bank. And I'm like, I thought that project was done in my mind. Yeah, I wrote the book. Yes. I got a printed copy of it. Yes. I'm having some issues with the ISBN, the UPC code. Yes. I found some typos. But in my mind, I thought it was done. When I set a goal, and I got a level of frustration lowers because it's written down. I'll get to it when I get to. Replaces the vagueness. No more being vague. Be intentional. Have a plan. Have a list, and go after that list every day. Goals setting gives you the sense of past victories. I think that's incredible. I think that we forget where we came from, and you're so busy being busy. You're so busy inside the project you're working on, or rehab, or whatever the case may be, trying to get funding, navigating through this weird hike of interest rates. Certain banks are saying this, other banks are saying that. It's very fascinating to me. But what I've realized, look how far I've come from. I mean, I remember, I have a new goal to raise $5 million right now. That's a goal. Look at the past victories. I remember my very first loan. So past victories provide the stimulus for you to present your successes now, right now. So write this goal down. Whatever I put down, $5 million. Why not this year, 2023? I got 3 months left this month, but for 2023, I want to acquire $5 million worth of assets. This year, I wrote down my goal was to acquire $2 million in assets. Bang, bang. I hit that goal. What's the next goal? When you set this goal, it reminds you of your past, which are victories. Here we go with another one. Written goals help you to visualize, actionalize, take action, and then actually do it. And I struggle with this. Sometimes I just focus so much that I forget where I'm at. I forgot what I'm doing. What's the plan? I'm in the end result of this project, the comic book, the graphic novel, and I've lost steam somewhere. I've lost. What are you up to? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? But it's interesting, but when you kind of visualize it, where am I going? What is this going to do? I take action and then it materializes. I'm telling you, that's the best, I think the greatest gift of goal setting and having a vision. You got to get that. You got to get that on lockdown. Statistics show that only 3% of the population has written goals of any kind. Dang. Jim Rohn has mentioned that only 3% of America has a library card. The unlimited wealth of knowledge for free, and only 3% of the people carry it. So whatever you're doing right now, maybe you should a goal this week is to go to the library, just sit in the library and marinate. Go to the business section, go to the real estate section, grab a few books, and you will be inspired. Be the elite, the top 3% of society that actually have a library card and actually write down these goals, ideas, concepts, whatever. And check this out. So back to the elite. So you're the top 3%. The other 97%, you will outperform, out-earn the other 90% check this out, by 10 times. I know these statistics and this verbiage sounds grandiosos, but here's the deal. It's true. I just know this in my own life. Just the goal of, just the goal of living in a house and how many units I have today is 10-fold, 50-fold. But if it wasn't that I read a few books, wrote out, I just wanted to be rich and then becoming rich. What does rich mean? Rich in spirit, rich in other ways. But then from there, it has materialized. It's just by 10-fold. And that's why sometimes I struggle with just trying to set even bigger goals or bigger aspirations. Can you do it? Are we going to be on the same team, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? I hopefully you like this content. Hopefully this motivates you. Hopefully you pull the car over. Like I mentioned earlier, I got a little pad in my car. I'm just writing down things that come across to me that I need to marinate on, I need to think about, that I need to be aware of in my life. Setting goals gives you a track to run on. It gives you a concept, an idea. When I love starting a new business, I think that's just my wheelhouse as an entrepreneur. I love sitting down with another entrepreneur or a potential partner, and we were like, okay, let's start planning. And it's like we're creating, a little Hot Wheels track. Where we're going to take this track around this bend. We're gonna jump it right here. I mean, I love the project that I had in Chattanooga about just trying to create a vision. We're going to put a mountain bike here. No, then from the mountain bike trail, it went to ATVs, and then it went to side-by-sides. And, then we need to get a Kubota deal, whatever that thing's called, a skid steer, whatever. And then that is a track. When you start sitting down, articulating your goals, or for sure writing them down, other inspirations come to you. And so you have a direction. Most people are heading in no direction. If you have no goals, no aspirations, if you have a job, you're working for someone else's dream. You're not even working for your own dream. Why would you do that? Stop that. Make it happen. Go to the next level. Have a plan. I'm amped up because I just want you to do it. Like if I got to give you a $20 book, so you'd write 3 goals down, by all means, let's do it. Write it down. Pull over. Email me. Text me. Say something. Say, dude, what you said somewhere changed my life. Where are you headed? For real. Where are you going? Are you just going through life, hoping and wondering that something would work out in your favor? Come on. You're better than that. You got this. Setting goals forces you to set priorities. Absolutely. You got to have priorities. What's your priority? If you establish the proper direction for your pursuit, then you can get specific on your priorities. Right now my priority is my wife, my family, my children. What is your priority? You must be specific. No joke. Get to it. If you're not specific, you're vague and you won't do it. Be specific about the income. Be specific on it. What do you want it to look like? Where do you want to be? Like I mentioned a couple times, I'm trying to think of 2032. And I just thought of it today as I was preparing for this podcast. I was like, well, these are the cars I like right now. I'm just going to write them down. In 2022, I kind of like the Telluride. I never ridden in one, but I just like the way it looks. Or I like this Bronco. I think it looks kind of cool too. Or a Jeep or whatever. But it's just interesting. I love it when you write things down specifically. Like, I like this right now in 2022. I wonder what I'd be like in 2032. Isn't that crazy? Come on, work with me. This becomes the first positive step towards your success. Seriously, you cannot go anywhere without direction, without being specific. Can you do it? Absolutely, you can. Setting goals separates reality from wishful thinking. You've heard that quote before. An unwritten goal is a wish. All right, you got this. Reality must be defined. Articulate it. And if you don't know how to articulate it, ask somebody. Reach out to somebody. I literally just did this last week. I was like, hey, I got this project. I had this vision. Somewhere I fell off the wagon. And I was just reached out to a friend, and I'm like, what does this look like to you? And not saying that it's what I need to be doing or following, but it definitely, he gave me some great feedback. First, things I didn't learn. And I think that's one of my successes of sorts is not my way is always the right way. I think that way, right? You're the most arrogant person on the planet. But the reality is, I love hearing other people's perspective because I wouldn't have thought something like that. Or I feel like I'm missing an opportunity. And now I'm super duper hyper sensitive about my awareness that I don't know half what I'm talking about and where I'm going. And I need, I'm working on this Kickstarter program right now. And half of me is like, can I just outsource this? And then half of me is at least I need to be aware of what's going on. That's why when I teach a young and real estate investor, I'm like, you should manage your own properties in the beginning so you understand what it takes to do it. I'm not saying maybe a couple months. It could be really simple. You can actually really enjoy the process, okay? But you need to know the nuances. You need to know the concepts. And that's me right now. I'm like, I want to be lazy and I just want to hire somebody. And if you know somebody that has done a Kickstarter, please let me know. I have a dream. I want to get this Kickstarter done. I'm trying to do it on my own. I need some folks to help me or some direction or something. But that's, again, too many things going on. But I'm real specific. Should I do it myself? But I'm getting awareness. I'm watching some videos. I'm trying to figure it out. Define the various roles you must play. Well, I know, as a young CEO myself, I know that my main thrust is to find the right people and to delegate it. Now, for me to do that, I got to articulate exactly what you should be articulating or what the job is. Or my favorite is the level of expectations. What do I want to accomplish through this situation? Does that make sense? So you've got to define the roles. Like, I'm looking for a project manager. Okay, I'm looking for a graphic artist. I'm looking for a videographer I'm talking about this Kickstarter project, right? I'm looking for some help, some assistance. Should I hire someone? Can I catch the vision? And then I'm thinking to myself, okay, how do I get people on the board? Well, Stephen, make a basic video of what you're trying to accomplish and set it out there. Maybe put it on Facebook. I'm going to set that as one of my goals. Okay, throw down a video, maybe take a 3 to 5 minute video, be as authentic as possible, meaning I don't know what the blank I'm doing, and I'm looking for somebody that may know what they're doing or someone that has the extra free time that wants to hang out. I mean, that's life. That's life in goal setting. That's life in all these things. Can you do this? Yes. But you got to define the goals. If you don't define exactly what you're doing, it's not going to happen. All right? I'm tired. Let's finish it up right here. So again, what are you trying to do? Articulate your goals and your dreams. Write them down and get to it. Start taking some action steps. I'm saying every day. 10 minutes a day on my phone at 9 o'clock. If you're around me, I have this little reminder that says, bing, bing. Did you look at your goals? Look at them every day. Get excited about them. Sometimes you need to change them. Sometimes you need to fix them, throw them away, la-da-da-da-da. But write them down. Start pursuing it. Live your dreams. Buy assets so you can truly live your dreams. Steve VanCauwenbergh, you tuned in to the Savvy Radio Show. I'm excited. Hopefully you're excited. Hit me up. Let's be friends somewhere, somehow. Let's do this.
Thanks for listening to the Savvy Radio Show. Glide online and listen to our other motivating episodes at savvyradioshow.com. Connect on Twitter at LandlordBook and always be buying assets.